Congress.
Thank you so very, very much for yielding. And I, as always, want to thank Congressman Horsford and Jeffries for leading the Congressional Black Caucus out. Today's topic is critically important. The rapid rise of poverty, and particularly the rapid growth of poverty in minority communities, is troubling. The latest Census Bureau numbers report that 15% of Americans live in poverty. The poverty rate among African Americans is nearly double the national rate, 27%. And almost 1 in 4 African American children lives in poverty. I'm not sure how many children you come in contact with each day, but this statistic means that every 4th African American child you see lives a life of struggle. Food is scarce in their home. Their neighborhoods are riddled with crime. There is no guarantee that the lights and heat will be on when they come home from school each day. As our economy sputters and more Americans slip below the poverty line, federal anti-poverty programs are essential. Yet over the last year, conservatives on and off the Hill have begun to spin a story of how anti-poverty programs have done nothing but foster a culture of dependency. On Capitol Hill, lawmakers have used this narrative over and over again, giving them license to place social safety net programs on the chopping block. While the Republicans' budget retains tax breaks for the wealthiest Americans, it places Social Security and Medicare on the chopping block. House leadership will send a farm bill to the floor that reduces total spending by almost $40 billion over 10 years. And what's most troubling, more than half of the cuts come from the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, otherwise known as SNAP, otherwise known as food stamps. This bill alone would cut off nearly 2 million people from SNAP. Making matters worse, anti-poverty programs around the country are services because of sequester. Our communities cannot continue to face cut after cut while Washington does little to create economic opportunity. This week, we will consider the Military Construction and Veterans Affairs Appropriations Bill. I want to make sure we bring attention to the vast poverty plaguing veterans. As our troops come home from Iraq and Afghanistan, the United States must prepare for their return. Many of our vets will need help from local safety net programs, but due to budget cuts, help is not guaranteed. As the statistics show, homelessness will be the reality of thousands of returning veterans. This Congress cannot continue to ignore poverty in our communities. This Congress cannot ignore the fact that nearly 1.5 million veterans live in poverty. America cannot be complicit in allowing families, children, and our nation's veterans to struggle without assistance. Not now, not ever. The CBC will continue to advocate for policies that eliminate persistent poverty. We will rightfully defend critically important anti-poverty programs. Our goal is to create opportunities for all Americans, opportunities that help improve lives and move people closer to achieving their version of the American dream. I thank you, and I yield back.
Thank you.